Good job. Yeah, good girl. Very good girl. Okay. This is Clover and her week 1 recap. Hi, Lovey. What a pretty girl. So this week we are introducing a few basics. First thing we want to introduce is what's going to be called our reward marker. So the reward marker is what we're going to use to capture the moment that our puppies offer us the behavior that we asked for. This week they have no idea what that reward marker is, so we are going to do what's called charging our reward marker. Now for that, we typically use either a clicker or a verbal reward marker. This week we have been using a verbal reward marker specifically with Clover, only because we're just trying to slowly build her confidence. But the clicker and the verbal reward marker would be used the same way. So first thing, we're gonna charge that. Do you smell the food in my treat pouch? And I'll do both the clicker and the verbal reward marker today. So we can start by saying yes, and then giving her a piece of food. We're not asking for anything specific when we charge our reward marker, but I'm also not gonna charge anything negative. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good job, Lovey. Now the clicker, very loud. So the reason we didn't introduce it at the beginning of the week is because she was a little shy down here. So we really wanted to build her confidence first. It was her first time coming down here, so they're a little nervous. And we really wanted to build her comfort level down here first before adding in something loud and potentially scary for her. So the clicker, I am going to use it behind my back. So I'm going to click it behind my back to hopefully make it a little bit more muffled for her. Good job. And then as soon as I click, I wait a second or two, and then I come in with her reward. Good girl. And she has zero cares about that noise, which makes me very happy. Good girl. Now, hopefully moving forward, we will use a combination of both the clicker and our verbal reward marker. Oh my gosh, you pretty girl. Are you ready? Okay. So the next thing I want to do is introduce what's going to be called our release word. The release word is what we're going to use to release our puppy from the position that they're in. So a lot of the behaviors we're going to work on, like a sit with duration, a down with duration, her mat skills. I want to teach her when it's okay to leave that position. So we want to have a word for it. The word I use is okay. I'm going to show her that I have food. What is? Okay. And I'm not tossing it too far because, again, they're so young. They really don't know how to chase food just yet. Okay. But I want to charge that release word the same way I did my clicker. With your release word, you don't have to use your clicker. So just show the food. Okay. And toss that food a little bit. What a good girl. Yes, you're so smart. Okay, moving right along. The next thing that I want to do with her is teach her how to follow a food lure. So food lures are going to be really important as you continue training. This is what we use to attach our puppies to us. So the way that I want to hold this is flat palm, and I'm going to cover that food with my thumb. This way I could really move my hand around without dropping the food. But once I'm ready for her to eat it, I just move my thumb and she gets that snack. So I'm going to show Clover that I have that food. She's licking it, and that says that she's attached to it. And then I'm going to take just a few steps. Good. After 2 or 3 steps, I want to click to mark that she followed that food, and then I'll release that kibble to her. We'll do the same thing with our other hand. Come on. You gotta get up out of your sit, baby. This is a little creepy. Okay, go get it. I want to get her up out of a sit to do that. What, Dad? Yeah, pretty girl. Can you follow? Very good. Nice. And this week it is very much so baby steps. So we're not having her follow the food too long. We're really building that attachment. And as the weeks go, we'll continue with how far we can move with her. Good girl. With this. Good. Clover. Good. So I want to practice that also paired with her name. And it's just a good way to practice some name recognition and following and coming when she hears her name. Come on. Clover. Very good job, Lovey. Very good girl. Okay, we're gonna take a slight break. See if she wants to engage with the toy at all. What's that? Oh, good girl. Oh my gosh, you got it. So in between your reps of training, I do encourage a little toy play. These puppies are so young, we want to make sure that we keep training fun. So do maybe 2-3 things. Oh, you got it. And then bring out a toy to play. The toy that I'm playing with right now is called a flirt pole. Oh, good girl. So the flirt pole, super nice, especially if you have kids. I'm holding the flirt pole up here. My hands are away from the mouth of the dog. Puppies of this age, very common for them to be mouthy. So we do want to make sure that we're playing appropriately. Good girl. And I usually just dance that toy in front of them, see if they want to get it. Once your puppy gets a hold of it, you're not going to tug too hard, especially at this age, but just little tugs to see if she'll hold on to it. Are you done with that? I'm very proud of you for playing a little. Good girl. Okay, and then the next thing that I want to work on with her is going to be called a hand target. So hand target's very good engagement exercise. I like to use this for my dog to focus on me. Anytime I go somewhere new with my dog, I'm going to ask for a few hand targets first. He then is engaged with me, and then we continue with what we're doing. Hand targets are also super fun. Dogs love to offer it. It's a cool trick. Also, you can sometimes use your hand target as like an informal recall. So your dog doesn't know their formal recall yet. I might ask them for a touch to get my dog to come over to me from whatever it is they're doing. So the way that we teach that, I'm gonna have you hold the food the same way you did for that food lure. What are you sniffing over there? She's checking out some sneakers. How do those smell? Come here, pretty girl. Back up. Back up. Yeah, ready? Get it. Good girl. All right, so the way that we're going to teach that hand target, I'm going to show her that I have that food. I want to get her up, and then I'm going to kind of take my hand away. Touch. Good. To really get her to keep following. So that's going to be the difference between following a food lure and a hand target. Food lure, she stays connected the whole time. The hand target, I get her moving, and then I kind of separate. Touch. Good girl. And the moment I'm clicking is as soon as I feel her nose engage with my palm. Touch. Very good girl, baby. Good job. Very nice. And make sure that you practice that with both of your hands. I find that if someone practices with only their right hand, when they ask their dog for a hand target with the left, they're like, I don't know what you want, I'm not doing that. So just make sure that we do practice with both of our hands. Good girl. Touch. Nice. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Okay, the next thing I want to work on with her is going to be her sit. So we are going to focus on sit with duration over the next 3 weeks. So teaching her how to get into a sit and then how to stay in that sit until we release her. This week we are really focusing on just building the behavior. So if we get duration, awesome. If we don't, as long as she offers that sit, oh my gosh, she went right in for the food. I'm happy with that. So I usually have a few pieces of food ready. We'll say 4. Come here, lovey. And then I'm gonna get her in a spot where we can see it on the camera. It's in my hand. So start at nose level, up and back. Good. Click and feed for getting into position. It's still in my hand. And then I would feed again for the duration of staying in that sit. Oh, good girl. She almost left. Okay. And then a release cookie to let her know she's good to get out of that position. So I'll get 4 more pieces of food. Come here. Sit. We got your back to the camera. Oh, good girl. You're sliding. You're sliding. Get your paw down. Okay. Good. Biggest thing with this in young puppies, watch those front paws. They do tend to try to get that paw up to try and get the food from your hand. So even if you've clicked because she offered that sit, you're just gonna wait her out. So wait for that paw to come down. You don't have to click again, but once the paw is down, then she gets her food reward. What a good girl. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up for this one, okay? Turn around. Sit. So like that, waiting for that paw to go down. Good girl. You dropped your food, that's okay. That's okay, lovey. Let's do it this way now. I have food, right? Sit. Good. So I clicked, that paw kind of came up, went back down. Okay. That was a good rep. Good job, baby. Yeah. Want to try your toy again for a second? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do you think? Oh, you're just going to offer sits now? Good girl. Yeah, you can check it out, explore. You gonna go back to those sneakers? Yeah. Okay. All right. The next thing that we're gonna work on is gonna be the mat. So with the mat for this week, we are doing step 1. Step 1, we really want to focus on building her drive to come over to this mat, get 4 paws on. I'm gonna click and feed when she initially gets those 4 paws. Then I'm gonna feed those follow-up cookies for the duration of staying on the mat. And then from there, I'll release her and move the mat. What is, baby? Wow, good girl. Very good sit, I love it. Good job. Okay, ready? Okay. Good job, baby. Yeah, so move the mat to a new spot. Once she has 4 paws on. Good girl. I love that you're getting into a sit. Very good. Oh, even better. I love the down. Very good girl. Yeah, good job. Right there, I dropped it. Ready? Right here. Okay. Oh, good girl. One more time. Good. I like that rep. When she got to the mat, she got into a sit right away. That will be our criteria for next week, is that I want to see that she's in a sit before I click and feed her. Very good girl. Okay. And then another goal for this one, you always want to release her before she releases herself. So make sure when you're working on your mat, you do have the full attention on mat work. If we get distracted, if we start talking to someone, I would say always have an eye on our dog. That way they don't try to leave the mat before we cue them, okay, you're free to go. Good girl. Okay. Come on, baby.
You gotta come over here though.
And then the final thing that we worked on this week is going to be introducing body handling. Yes, good job. So with body handling, we are focusing on a little bit of baby restraint. So how they might hold her when she goes to the vet or the groomer. Yes, good girl. And for this, I am using that verbal reward marker. So swiping down her back and then sliding under her belly. Yes. Good girl. The entire time she is attached to food. Yes. Good girl. Okay. So what I mean by that is when I'm doing my body handling, I want her to be attached to food. She's focused on what's in that food hand, so she cares a little less about what I'm handling on her body. Yes. Good girl. Right now I'm lifting her tail. Yes. Good job. With the tail lift. Yes. Reasons we do that is when she goes to the vet, she's going to have to get her temperature taken. That is how they do it. They need to handle the back end, lift the tail, put a thermometer in. When she goes to the groomer, if she has to get a sanitary clip back there, they will have to lift her tail to clean up. So she does need to be used to having her tail lifted and manipulated. This week with our body handling, we're keeping it short and sweet. So everything is like a second or two. Then I mark and feed her. We'll do 2-3 reps and then I release her to give her a break. Good girl. I'm now gonna focus on her head. So she's attached to food. I'm just gonna do a swipe behind the head and then flip an ear. Yes. Good girl. And watch that paw again. So even though we're not necessarily working on sits, I still don't want the paw in the picture when I mark it. So just wait her out. Yes. Good girl. You're very demanding today. Yeah, can you sit? Good job. Okay. This one's always hard to show on the camera, but we are going to also look in her mouth. So she's attached to food. I'm going to do those swipes. And then I want to lift a lip. Yes. Good girl. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Watch that paw, ma'am. Yes. Good girl. Okay. And last but not least, we want to focus on handling her paws. So handling each paw individually. Each paw is going to be a mark and a cookie. Yeah, pretty girl. I'm going to slide down her shoulders and down to the paw that I plan on handling. Lift. Yes. Mark and feed that. We'll get her to stand and I'll do that on a back leg. Sliding down the entire body. Lift. Yes. Good girl. And again, this week we're not adding too much duration, keeping it short and sweet, just marking the moment I touch a paw. Yes. Good girl. One more paw. Yes. Good job. Ready? Okay. Paw handling. Obviously, we're going to use it for future nail trims. She is going to be a fluffy girl, so they might want to trim up her paws when she goes to the groomer. We need to make sure that we can hold her paw for an extended period while they clip that fur up. So definitely something to continue working on. But that is going to be it for Clover's week 1 recap. Who did?